We've been living out of our tiny home on wheels for 4 years now, with a few breaks here and there. I feel grateful that we've been able to live alongside nature while exploring so many amazing places, all whilst learning about the true Australian culture. I feel like I have a really good understanding of this country now after spending quite a lot of time in each state and territory. Throughout this period, we've tried our best to make this lifestyle sustainable. We work from the road, which comes with its challenges, but I'll share more on this later in the video. We just spent a week in Alice Springs in the middle of a heat wave. We had to sleep with all our doors open, which felt kind of scary to be honest, but man, it was way too hot to close them.
I made it up at the exact same time as sunrise. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it, but there's a layer of smoke on the horizon which I think gave me an extra few minutes. You guys, it is such a beautiful morning. It is the first day that finally feels a little bit cool. We've been experiencing a heat wave, so the days have just been unbearable, especially in our van. We've kind of just been trying to survive and make it through these days. Since the days are finally dropping and the temperatures are back in the 20s, I think we're gonna start heading south today. So we'll probably just do a few errands here in Alice Springs and then hit the road once again. Life has just felt really chaotic lately. I'm getting so excited to finally arrive in the south so that everything can just be a little bit more chill again. I love being on the road, but I definitely get over moving so much all the time. You can literally see all of Alice from up here.
Our first stop after my morning hike was to our favorite coffee shop in town. It's called Page 27, and we spent most days here to hide away from the heat. It's the only place we could find that we could have Zena with us but still be in the shade. Every day recently has been around the 38-degree mark, so when the temperature finally dropped, I felt so much relief. Times like these make traveling with a small dog in a 48-year-old van feel extra tough. It's like all of our energy goes into making sure we can all stay cool by finding somewhere to hide from the sun. We always make sure to fill up our fuel and water tanks before long drives through the outback because you just never know when you will get to the next one. The reason why we spent an entire week in Alice Springs was because we had to wait for some mail to arrive. Shooting products for brands is our main income source on the road. We've been doing this for many years now, and we love that we can capture images and videos for brands in some of the most beautiful landscapes across Australia. We were excited to shoot this one, but we did struggle a little bit because of our limited space. These packages were very big, so it did make the rest of our trip a bit more difficult since there wasn't much room left for us in the van.
We've driven up and down this stretch of road through the center quite a few times now, so we have our favorite camps down pat. Outback camps are the best because there's always so much space, red dirt, and the night sky is always so beautiful. The full moon was a week ago, so it's a really good time at the moment to see the stars. It should be dark for the first few hours of the night, which makes it perfect. I can already feel the temperatures dropping, and it makes me so excited to put sweaters on again. The cool air makes such a difference to my happiness and overall energy levels throughout the day, and I'm so excited to get cozy tonight and go under the dooner. What's on your nose? Here, come. Let me see. Look at me. It's been so long since we've worn sweaters, so all of them are at the bottom of my cupboard. So I'm gonna have to pull everything out to get to them.
After our morning coffee, we drove another 400 kilometers, and all of a sudden, everything caught up with me. The overpacked van, isolation, long drives, shooting videos, and content for brands. It felt like burnout hit me like a wall, and my body was telling me it needed a break. We spent a day in Cooper Pedy recharging, and it felt so good just to allow ourselves to relax without feeling any guilt. I feel like burnout is one of those things that you really do need to acknowledge and take the rest you need, otherwise it can be really hard to come back from. Later on, we found a spot to camp on the cliffs overlooking the desert. These kind of landscapes are some of my all-time favorites. They just feel so wild and raw. Look at this place. This is so cool. We've been to about 3 salt lakes while traveling Australia, and I think this one just became our new favorite. The textures are just insane, and it looks like it goes for kilometers. It is so big. We were planning to camp at a spot a little bit further south that we've been to a few times, and it's just another red dirt camp. But on the way down we saw this spot. It's called Lake Hart. We decided to pull in and check it out. I'm so glad we did because it is a gorgeous place to shoot. The last few days I've been in a bit of a rut, and I feel like I've just had a creative block. Sometimes it takes going to a new location and just changing things up a little bit for me to be re-inspired. I hope I'm on the other side of this mental block, but I'm not sure if I am quite yet. It's just been a rough few days. I'm really glad we got a little bit of this shoot done. We have 2 brands that we're shooting for at the moment, and places like this just make our job a lot easier. On that note, I think we're going to go make some dinner. Zena's having a little rest in the car. She's been doing so good with all the driving days, and we did have a big rest day yesterday. We were just in bed and cuddling, which is really good for both of us. I was planning to make some curry for dinner, but it looks like we just ran out of gas. So, what are we gonna eat? We ended up with salad. We have a little gas canister that we use for emergencies, but we want to make sure that we have enough for coffees in the morning. So we boiled a couple eggs. We're camped out in like a gravel car park at the moment, and there are quite a few other campers around, which is nice. Oh, Munchie. Want a treat? We just arrived at our camp outside of Port Augusta, and as soon as we arrived, I saw something fall out of the tree in front of us. We went and had a look, and it ended up being a baby owl. There's a baby owl in here. Oh my gosh. We weren't really sure what to do, but Jordan climbed up the tree and found a little nest, so we assume it was his nest. So I scooped him up into my hat, passed him up to Jordan, and we put him back in his little tree home. He was so small and cute, and I hope he's okay. He didn't look injured or anything. Is he in?
Yeah, he's all comfortable in there. Yeah.
Yay!
He peed in my hat.
Yeah. Fair enough, that's scary for him. She loves the tent so much. You love the tent, don't you? You wanna hop in? Okay. There's no bed in there yet. Are you happy now, Zena? Get him. These fleece sweaters are so cozy, but I feel like as soon as I start doing any sort of movement in them, I just get so hot. Probably gonna get cold again in like 5 minutes. I found this cake mix in our cupboard that I planned to make for our birthdays in August. I had it all sorted out. We were going to be with our friends Luke and Jess at Lake Argyle, and I wanted to bake this on the fire. But since Jordan, Zena, and I all had breakdown birthdays in the end, I never got the chance to. We're going to stay at this camp spot for a few nights just to recharge a little bit, so I thought it was the perfect opportunity to finally make this. We've never done this before, so I'm not sure how it's gonna go. Oh, Jesus. So far not good. We misplaced the chain that attaches to our tripod. Go straight on, you reckon? Okay, you don't think it's too hot?
Yeah.
Alright, so instead, I'm gonna put it straight on the coals. Ooh. Because we're at the base of the Flinders Ranges, there's all these rolling hills around this area. And at golden hour, they just look so magical. There's all these shadows and textures on them. Okay, so this might be really bad.
I don't think so.
The bottom is definitely burnt, but let's see.
It's smoky.
It's really smoky. Doesn't really taste like cake.
No, it just tastes like fire.
Yeah.
But the texture is perfect.
Well, happy birthday to us from August. This was for my birthday, remember? So I think we'll stay here for a few nights just to recover. I'm so happy that long drive is over though. I just feel like a weight has lifted off me now that we've made it to the south all the way from Darwin.
We did it. It's a long drive.
We decided our final stop is going to be Adelaide. So we're getting close to the end now and we're still not sure what's coming up next for us.
Maybe something different on the horizon.